Do the grito.
1, 2, 3, 4. Beep, 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 beep.
Welcome to Arthouse
Nice.
Rocks The World, Spanish edition.
Yeah.
Y la gente le grita.
See?
Y la chona se mueve.
See? It's Spanish edition.
Buenas.
Boy,
Hey, Miguelito.
Miguel's here.
Thank you, Miguel.
We don't have Maya, though. She stayed at home.
Maya?
Yeah.
Rip Maya.
Maya stayed at home.
Oh, is that like Miguel's like translator or something?
No,
Maya.
it's from the show Maya and Miguel. You haven't seen that show? It's Maya and Miguel.
Maya who?
Who's Maya?
Brothers and sisters and best friends as well. It's Maya.
Maya.
Damn, I used to
Maya.
watch that all the time.
Oh, hell yeah. I watched it.
Oh,
PBS kid.
Hey, that's
Maya.
what's up, Kiwi.
that show.
Yeah, that show.
It looks scary to me. Did she have superpowers?
Did she could talk to animals, right?
Oh, that's a dumb superpower.
I think she could talk to animals. It was something like that. And then like Miguel was super good at sports,
That's a dumb
if I
superpower
remember
too.
correctly.
Yeah.
It's a kid's show. Leave it alone. It was good.
I remember that, like, they had, like, a little cousin that, like, kept saying yellow,
What?
with an accent. And they were having problems for the entire episode of him trying to pronounce it, as yellow.
Gallo? Did he just? Is that how he said
Shallow.
Yallo? Cello?
Hello.
Hello?
That's kind of
Yeah.
funny. 'Cause you can make like a joke out of that, so. Because like in English, yellow is a color, but like in Spanish, if you say yellow, which is kind of like saying yellow, but like with the Spanish accent, that's ice.
Hielo.
In Spanish. Yeah, yellow.
Yellow.
The more you know.
Ding.
What happened, Gum? Did you just get it, or are you laughing at something else?
Are you okay? He is not.
I don't know.
I'm
He's watching La Chona
Kingly.
moverse.
Kingly.
Yes.
I'll show Kingly.
Wow.
And he can tell you guys
Well,
what
that's kind of messed up. We want to know too,
me ever since
Sexist.
it is yes.
man. You know what it was? Freaking Lost. Ever since Lost, that Kingly's like his favorite. That's it. Like everybody wants to show Kingly their stuff.
No, that's not it at all.
Damn.
Kingly's not.
Oh.
We're left out, Togo. We're left out.
Oh. What? Who made this?
You're my favorite jet.
You're
my favorite too, Togo.
You're my favorite too, Toko.
I don't know, man. You decided to show Kingly, not Togo.
I don't want to poison Togo with what I'm looking at. That's why.
That's what they all say.
It's in the not safe for work. Alright.
But yeah,
Shaking my head.
Speaking of Maya and Miguel, I have been watching. I mean, there has been a new reboot. Not really reboot. I think it's a continuation. There's a new Proud Family.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Louder
I've seen ads for that.
People are mixed. They said, "Bruh, why you fucking my cartoon up?"
Damn.
And then and then some of the people are like, "It's not that bad." And I'm like thinking, I really want to watch it. I want to see if it's. But then I realized, you know what? I'm gonna look back on the original Proud Family, and I'm gonna just see what's up. And holy shit, the original Proud Family was so fucking racist.
Yeah, they did not hold back. Yeah.
No,
And it's not just the Asian kids either. There's a lot of other fucked up shit that happens.
Yeah.
Like the other kids are called the Changs, their father is like, "Do your work. Why you no good at math?" And they do a whole cultural exchange thing where Dijonay, the black best friend of Penny, goes to live with the Changs, and she's like, "You have to do homework." I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know. The show is actually oddly fascinating, but it's so surreal that it's wonky. I don't know. There's an episode where fucking the cultural exchange one where fucking Penny has to live with Muslims for like a week. And Oscar goes on about, man, I don't want to be near those people. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Those people.
Damn.
And then near the end of the episode, someone fucking vandalizes fucking the Muslim family's house. It says, "Go back to your country, America forever." I'm like, holy shit.
Damn, that's messed up. I must have missed that episode.
And they're Afghanis. What the hell? And then I just saw another episode where you know the gay kid, right? Michael or whatever his name is. The guys that basically.
Yeah, I remember him.
So what happened? So I just realized they made an episode about him where they called him a sissy. Like, and I'm like thinking, oh, well,
yeah,
that kind of flew over my head because as a kid I would have thought, oh, that means he's like, I don't know, a girl. But me being the adult I am, Michael is gay. Or flamboyantly, how do you say? Or you know what? And nowadays he's something else. He's non-binary, we'll say that. But back then I think he was just gay.
Didn't they taunt him throughout that whole episode?
They taunted him
just
throughout
calling him that
whole episode.
Yeah, right? I remember that one.
La Cienega said, "Nah, bitch, fuck you. I don't want to go to the date with you. You're a bitch boy." And then they locked him in the fucking girls' room.
Oh my goodness.
They called him
it's crazy because back then you could get away with a lot of things, because like the kids wouldn't understand.
They wrote.
It's like now that you're grown up and you rewatch them, so you're like, damn, like that's deep.
They wrote "sissy" on his locker, and I'm like, this dude getting picked on for being gay. That's fucked up.
Yeah, I feel like that's how it was back then.
It really was.
A lot of gay people had to keep, their orientation low key because of it.
But
because they would get beat or taunted.
There was a good.
It wasn't even until like 6 years ago where a lot of people could even be more open with it.
Exactly.
There is a good thing to this episode. Like, Michael does become in the episode, it actually turns out Michael is a switch, not a bottom.
Oh.
So what this means is he becomes a dominant male and he starts butt chugging all the people that messed him up in his life.
Why?
So, but then at the end of the episode, he's like, "You guys don't know how it feels to be this way." And everyone's like, "You know what? You're right. We're sorry." And when I called you gay, or I mean sissy, I meant it as a cool way, not like you're a degenerate kind of way.
How is that cool? Being called a sissy?
I'm like, no. I don't know.
You're just like a kid comes up to you and calls you a sissy. Like, I don't think you feel very good about yourself.
And there's a lot of sex jokes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A lot of sexual innuendos in there.
It's like, Oscar, you're a little frisky. Or fucking Poppy going underground.
Bro, and the grandma was a freak. With the dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She was a freak.
Oh, hey, turn that back on. I was watching that.
And then I remember there was an episode where Poppy escapes border patrol or something, and then he hides under the table, and the grandma's just like, "Ooh, Poppy, you don't get to dessert. You don't go to dessert just yet. What the hell?" I'm like, what?
Oh.
What?
Wait, didn't the grandma call herself Sugar Mama?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm telling you,
I
she
know.
was a freak. I'm telling you,
I
she
know.
was a freak. Oh my goodness, she was reckless.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did you watch the new one, Gum?
Not yet. I'm watching the old
Okay.
one so I can understand the new one.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
Yeah.
ask you if it was worth it, but
I'll come back next episode. I should be fully updated on it. From what I've seen, I feel like it's probably still going to be the same thing, just probably different. What do you call it? Different design. Well, not different. Not a lot. Like the art style is different. Some of the people look different. It's probably going to be more modern than it was back then.
yeah.
Because back then they had Penny on those fucking giant cancer cell phones, the ones that are just boxes.
Oh yeah.
And in this one, they got her pulling out a smartphone. I'm like, let's see what happens.
Yeah, they updated the technology.
From the ad I saw, I think they're trying to make Penny thick.
Damn,
I'm like thinking,
that's not good.
I'm like, is she in high school or not? Is the movie canon? What's canon? I don't know what's going on anymore. Is she 18? I thought she was 18.
Figure it out for us though, and then tell us, report back to us.
I have to. You know what? I'm looking on the Wikipedia.
Oh damn.
She
Spoiler
is.
alert.
Drumlow. Oh, never mind. I guess she was 16 in the fucking movie.
Damn.
Oh,
She was also in Kim Possible. What? She was in.
Yeah, didn't they do a
Wait
crossover?
a second. Something doesn't add up here. She was in Kim Possible, but not like with Lilo and Stitch. Like I know she was in Lilo and Stitch.
He was.
Yeah, she was in Lilo and Stitch.
Oh well, damn. I knew about the Kim Possible one, but not the Lilo and Stitch one.
Yeah, I don't know if we talked about this. Lilo and Stitch had like literally crossovers with everyone in the fucking.
I miss when Disney did crossovers.
Their crossovers were weird.
Honestly.
Their crossovers were like a clash of style. You'd have the classic fucking Lilo and Stitch Hawaii vibe, and then you see like this fucking sharp ass Kim Possible with parachute pants and all this weird stuff, and you're like, this doesn't add up at all.
I think Nickelodeon did a better job at doing crossovers than Disney did.
What did Nickelodeon do?
Freaking the
Lizzie
Fairly
on
Odd
deck with
Parents
Hannah
and
Montana.
Jimmy Neutron.
Is that it?
That's the first one that came into my head. But they did really good. They did really good on that one. Oh no, that's another.
Wait.
Disney.
Oh yeah, the Wizards on Deck with Hannah Montana. And then they did one where it was like, That's So Raven with fucking Sweet Life with Hannah
Back in
Montana.
Corey, right?
Yeah, and not with Corey. Raven. It was with Raven, I think. Sorry, with my.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
See, those were good. Those were good.
Those were cray.
dude, I remember when Cory in the House came on, and I went on like Disney website and went to play the Cory in the House game.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I wonder how Corey.
You had your parents' permission, right?
I wonder
Honestly,
how.
I did, because if I looked at anything risque, they'd be like there in 3 seconds.
Nice. I remember playing the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody one. I think it was called like All Hands on Deck or something like that. And you were on the boat and you would go to like the different floors. But
I wonder.
it was kind of fun.
I wonder how Corey is doing actually.
I wonder too.
Is he still in the house?
I think he's out of the house.
No.
I think he. Well,
He's
okay.
an anime now.
Kingly, what's Corey in the house up to? Do reconnaissance.
They're in the White House.
Corey in the house. I don't know. I haven't seen Corey in the house in absolutely forever.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Never mind. Let's not Google that.
I'm doing that right now.
Oh, oops.
Rip.
Kingly, no. My
I
slinky.
saw.
Uh-oh. I did that.
No. No. No.
I only had 2 seasons.
Oh, okay. That's what you're looking up. You know, Nico actually, a friend of ours, had the DS game,
Yeah, freaking Nico.
and she could not
And
beat
then
it.
she would show us screenshots of it too.
And she never could beat it.
Yeah. What was the part that she was stuck on? Do you remember?
Charged with 1 count of immoral communication with a minor in June. I don't know. It was the guard part.
Damn, I didn't know that was a level in the game.
Yeah, I guess it's Corey. I guess Corey's running away from the. What do you call it?
Oops.
The police.
The popo.
Trying to hang out with this kid. Bro, Orlando Brown. What has happened to him? Do you guys remember Orlando Brown?
He was in the show, right?
He was in the show.
Yeah, I remember
That's
him.
So Raven.
Straight
out
I
of
don't
Compton.
remember. I don't
Eddie's
remember
$1
what
million
happened to him.
cook-off. Max Keeble's Big Move. The Proud Family. That's So Raven. Phil of the Future. Christmas
I
in
remember
Compton.
that.
And Clifford's Puppy Days. And Major Payne. And Word Girl. And... Oh, Word Girl. Ooh. And...
Where's the Lizzie Mcguire show? I really enjoyed that show.
Yo, Lizzie Mcguire was also wacky. They did a fucking anorexic episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember she also had like songs that were kind of like edgy.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up.
I forgot what there was one that I would sing like all the time. Forgot it. This is bringing back a lot of nostalgia.
I
Damn.
watched it because my older sister would be watching it a lot. She was like the same age as her.
Nice. I remember like I would watch it mainly because of the little cartoon that she had like in the show that would pop up. I think it was like her inner thoughts or some crap.
Do you guys want to see a picture of Orlando Brown?
Yeah.
Here you go.
That is not.
That is him.
That you gonna come in here and show me this picture, and then you're gonna start talking about the reptilians being among us.
That's him. He did that for some reason. I don't know if they were contacts.
That looks like a conspiracy theory type picture. That's gonna spark something.
4 months ago, he overcame addiction. But that is him. And he's 34.
And that really don't look like him.
No, it's Orlando Brown.
Ah, rip.
Not Bloom.
It's okay. It's around there.
Anger.
I think it's called. Is it called Heartache or Heart Attack? Crap, I can't remember.
Precious.
No, I'm trying to remember the song that I was like really into. That was like sang by the Lizzie Mcguire chick.
I guess Orlando Brown thinks he's also. He thinks he's famous. Well, obviously people know who he is, but they say he's kind of like how Drake is. Like Drake thinks he's famous ever since Drake and Josh, and people still like him, and that his music is great. All this other stuff. I mean, if it is, I wouldn't know, but if it is, good job.
Right. That's what it was. It was the beat of my heart.
The beat of
That's the song. Yes, that was the song. I used to jam to that too whenever they would play it on freaking Disney. Damn. Yo, that released in 2005. Oh my goodness.
How did we
To
get
beat
here?
of mine.
How did
To the
we...
beat of my
heart. To the beat of my... Oh my goodness.
How did we get here?
I don't know. We started talking about Disney.
What was because of the Proud
The
family.
Proud Family. Yeah.
Because of the
The Proud
ads
Family
on Instagram. Dude, the ads are so fucking weird now.
And getting ads for the
Especially
webcomics. There's like weird
webcomics,
webcomics. Yeah.
Like, let's say you're watching anime illegally, and then get this website called Lesin hits you with a big tit girl saying, "She's your new stepmom?" Question mark, exclamation point. And I'm like, what?
Yes. Oh my goodness. That's kind of funny because I've been watching like this ad on Instagram for like the past couple weeks, and it was like, what was it called? The story is called like I got pregnant with the tyrant's children or something.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
You see that, bro? I read it. I was so mad at myself that I read it.
Why?
And I was even like more mad that it was actually good. I actually enjoyed it. It's actually good.
Oh no.
It's not supposed to be good, but it's actually good.
You're supposed to be against it.
I know, but I couldn't really, like it kept coming up to my face. Like it was right there. I just had to give in to that one instance.
They're so persistent.
They really are. Just to see, and it was actually good. It was actually good.
I get gay ones sometimes.
Yeah, the BL ones.
Or it's like, he's my new boss. I'm like, what? What? If he's your new boss, I think you should fucking go to hire
Did you
him.
get the? Sorry, did you get the one where it's like this guy that he's like messing around with this other high school student, and he's through a game, and he's like a girl avatar in the game, and he's like messing around with this other guy.
Yes, I got that. And then he's like,
Haha, who would read that?
and then it's like, what do you call it? Fucking what happens? It actually, and then the guy finds him IRL, and he's like, "Nah, you're my bitch wife now." And it's like, what do you mean?
Like, what the heck, dude? These freaking ads. Oh my goodness.
There's way.
It's the shock value.
Oh yeah, it really is. Oh my goodness.
And then fucking Tapass does this too, and it sometimes bothers me. I don't even know if I don't know what goes on with Webtoons anymore. I know how to make.
Honestly, like Webtoons, it's been on and off. Like I think I received an ad from Webtoon like maybe 2 or 3 times when I was watching YouTube videos. But I think that was about it, and that was like a while ago. I even forgot what was the story they were trying to advertise.
Webtoons banned. I'm banning Webtoons. We're canceling them now. Plot twist.
Bro, Webtoons needs bigger dimensions. Webtoon, bigger upload dimensions.
I think we should talk. I think I want to talk about how to make cool ass Webtoons. But before I want to actually talk about those weird ads that you see on the porn sites you may see them on. Yeah, those Webtoon ads though. or those weird webcomic apps you see, they are all real. I'm not like saying they're actual things. Like how do I say? I'm not saying they're just bait. No, it's real. Like those webcomics are real.
What do you mean by real? Like really good? They got a real story behind them?
They just exist. And no matter how ridiculous the ad you get may sound, it is fucking real. Someone in this godforsaken planet was hired to draw that. They were hired to draw someone's stepmom sleeping with their stepson, put it on a webcomic format, and tell someone else, hey, can you advertise on these sketchy websites? And be like, oh, sure, no problem. These are real. These are made by people, and that is so weird.
Damn.
What else? What other? I know Lenzen is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not really a webcomic. They're not like Webtoons where it's like self-publishing. It's more, hey, you have cool ass art. Can we hire you? Great. Can you just like draw this story about like two gay guys that aren't really gay, but then when they start working together, they just start to do stuff to each other. Can you do that? Thanks. Cool.
I'm actually reading a story from them, but it's nothing like that. It's called Suicide Boy.
No, Jet. You have so much to live for.
Well, that's how hentai works too.
Hentai, though, has a purpose.
Guy meets girl, rapes her.
No! Togo, don't say that.
There he goes.
End of story.
Togo!
You're
Oh,
welcome.
are you talking to NTR?
No!
There he goes.
That sounds like a 4 coma situation.
Oh.
Oh.
I wonder what this could mean.
No. We're gonna talk about my topic first, Kingly.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
We're calling the shots. I'm calling the shots. I'm the new favorite character, Kingly.
Dang.
Oh.
Damn.
When this podcast blows up, we're only gonna have Togo dolls and GumKid plushies.
Okay.
Jet
Gum's true nature.
Jet can get the Funko Pops. Kingly, you can have like the pillows.
Ah.
I was thinking of just stealing a bunch of Burger King crowns
Kingly
and
has
rubbing
body
off the trademark.
pillows.
All right, I'm glad we
I want to
have
be
all
a
that.
Happy Meal toy.
I think that was what I forgot what I was gonna say. No, Togo, that's not my real nature. My real nature is to make Togo dolls instead. No one wants a gum plush.
Kinda
Oh, by the
sus.
way, Burger King, if you're listening, that was a joke. Don't sue me.
Burger King sponsor us. Today's podcast is sponsored by Burger King. Have it your way.
Oh, yes. Finally, I can stop using the coupons that I always use.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah.
I would love to be advertised by a food company because then they can give
Jet,
us.
that's not how you use the coupons.
That is exactly how you use coupons. After you advertise something, they give you the platinum card, and you can just walk into any Walgreens or any Burger King and buy as many nuggets as you want.
Yo, tell me that's true, because I got one down the block.
We're buying nuggets, my dudes. This is the best podcast ever. No.
Nice.
What was I
I
saying?
might go with that naked chicken or the Beyond Burger, though.
I've never tried a Beyond Burger.
It's pretty decent, actually. I tried it. And a friend of mine who was super picky about his burgers and stuff, he tried it and he liked it.
All I know about Burger King is that Iron Man ate there once. Thought it was like shit. Got better. Became Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
But But yeah, this video was sponsored by Burger King. Have it.
Just have it.
You guys were supposed to like jump
It's like the
in.
Nike.
You guys were
Oh.
have
I
it.
thought it was like a Nike thing. Like, just do it.
Have it.
Wait, say it again in 5 seconds.
Have it that
Yeah, I'm not ready.
away.
Have it
Your
your way.
Oh.
Togo.
Yeah, there we go.
Togo, why'd you tell me to wait 5 seconds if you weren't gonna say anything? Togo.
Because the spot's slow.
Simple.
Say it again.
I don't think I should.
You should, Gum. Just for the aesthetic.
Third's time the charm.
Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have it
Your
way.
Oh yeah.
you little rascal.
That was amazing, Togo. Thank you.
Studio audience was asleep. No problem.
Speaking of studio audiences, today
Oh?
I think we were talking about Webtoons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Webtoons is like the YouTube of the webcomic world. I feel like everyone's forgetting Tap-S now.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of sucks because it has... I feel like... I like the way they do it, though, because they have like this platform that people can like talk to, where they can at least talk to their creators.
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually have support for writers.
And they have bigger dimensions.
Yeah.
Jet. Webtoons accepts bigger dimensions now.
No, it doesn't. It's still doing the 840
But
by
if you have-
1280 or whatever.
But if you have a long ass page with like a giant width or a giant height requirement, they will cut it up in bits for you.
But I want bigger width though, so I could do bigger uploads. So it could look nicer. You know, that HD.
Well,
Why?
Webtoon
It
is
is what it is.
oversaturating the market, along with what do you call it? No, yeah, they're oversaturating it. Before it was like DeviantArt, but that was like primitive era.
Mm-hmm.
There was 9gag, but I don't even. That makes me want to throw up.
Yeah.
Ah, the ancient times.
Timblr was one of them too, I think.
Oh yeah. That porn site that stopped doing
Hot
porn.
Humbler.
Yeah, that porn
Yeah.
site everyone stopped using. It was kind of like Twitter.
It really was Twitter.
Yeah.
They said Twitter was the result of everyone escaping Tumblr.
Oh, I could see it.
It was.
And then while Webtoon was rising up, there was also a lot of other companies doing the same thing. There was like this duck web comic thing. I forgot what it's called. There was excuse me. There was Tap-S, Smacky Jeeves was a big name, I think, for a bit. And then Webtoons just sort of took off. I like to think it was because at the time all it had was like romance and everyone was like a sucker for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sound sexist, but I think women were a little sus with it.
You always do.
I always do!
Got him.
Togo, are you telling me you don't like guys that date women? Or guys that date
there's a
other
lot
guys?
of BL
Or women that date
in
women?
there. Honestly, if you have like a BL story on there, it's like instant success.
Instant obsession. But
Yeah.
it blew up.
Webtoon was very popular for the romance, yeah.
Yeah.
And then eventually, Tapas was known for that too. I think that's where you can also read like The Tyrant's Daughter or something.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I remember one time I was like trying to find manga online. Then I learned about the digital comics that people from Korea were making, and you found them on like Tumblr or different comic sites. And then I ended up finding a comic I saw before, which was Dice, which ended up on Webtoon. And because of that, I ran into another one called Winter Woods, and that was really good.
It is indeed. And then, but yeah, romance got everything popping, I guess. And then, I don't know, Smacky Jeep just kind of declined. I don't know how it is now. It's probably still popping, and I just don't know. But like,
It's kind of
nowadays,
dead.
yeah, you don't really see people on Instagram saying, read my story on SmackyJeeves.com. It's usually just the big two, Tapass and Webtoon, mainly Webtoon. Tapass, I will say, handles a lot of cool things well, like Jet said, dimensions.
Yes.
You get to contact your creators. You can even give them tips, which is actually pretty fucking nifty. You can.
Yeah.
They handle not safe for work stuff well. Like they won't like destroy you for it. They
Right.
It does a lot of good things well. Webtoons is slowly catching up, however. Tapass like allowed people at a certain like subscriber rate to have, monetization. Webtoons is, I don't know if they're doing it now. I think it was in beta, but they're allowing monetization at a certain subscriber rate. And then what else?
I mean, one thing that I was gonna say is like on Tapastic, you could actually see your subscribers or whoever like subbed to your stories, and you could go on their wall and like comments like "Thank you for subbing." I really like that.
Yeah, but that's also sus because what if the person is subscribed to something horny?
And hey, more power to them.
No. I will say the rating thing is kind of rigged because there be haters. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But overall, if you would like to have some success in your art career, chances are Webtoons will probably be your best bet, sadly.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And to get on Webtoons, honestly, I don't know who I told this to get popular on there is actually really easy. Especially the genre you choose.
Oh yeah.
The least, what are the genres they have? Let me go into
They got romance, horror, action,
Webtoon genres.
Slice of life.
Oh yeah, Slice of Life was part of it.
Just pick a popular trope and tweak it a bit.
Just do Princess and the Frog and then
Instant success.
All right, I'm at the site. Here are all the successful, here are the most successful, basically. And and I will say the top ones that are what am I trying to say? The genres on Webtoons basically explain which are actually the most popular. Drama, obviously being a big one. Because drama also correlates with freaking romance.
Oh yeah, sorry, really quick. Tapastic lets you put more than one genre on your comic.
Oh yeah, that's fucked up. Webtoons lets you use 2.
Yeah, and that's it.
There is drama, fantasy, comedy, romance, slice of life, thriller.
Oh yeah, thriller.
But those to me, I feel like are probably gonna be like your greatest ones. I don't know if I said comedy. Comedy is one of them.
Yeah.
Action.
Action. Honestly, I feel like action is lacking.
Yeah, honestly, and it's such a good genre too.
Like the thing about action,
Horror too.
Like, the thing about nowadays is, like, the market is, like, I feel like nowadays everyone wants to do action, which I'm not saying it sucks, but it is oversaturated to the point where you don't really feel like you could need anything else. Like, how can I say, like, I don't know. There's just so much action.
I think the webtoon format probably makes action difficult to draw.
Yeah, I agree with Togo on that one.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I remember, like, I was reading this one comic. I dropped it, so I really don't remember what was it. But they had like fight scenes, and the fight scenes, it kind of sucked because you had to scroll like a good amount to see like just one punch or just like a kick or something, and it kind of really sucked. Instead of like when you have it all in one page right in front of you, you can actually appreciate the flow of the action rather than having to scroll just to see like a punch or a kick or.
There was an interesting concept I saw with Got a High School. What they did was they they just filled the entire screen with one scene, and they kind of did like an after image kind of effect.
Mm-hmm.
Kingly.
Yeah,
I don't know what God of High School is supposed to be about.
Yeah, same here. I see it like all over, but like I'm really not enticed to
Exactly
like
high
watch it.
school.
How was the
Didn't they have like
They had
they didn't they
anime.
recently make like an anime? Oh yeah.
yeah, they did make an animation of it, but essentially, this corporation kind of sets up like this tournament kind of thing, trying to assess all the best martial artists around the world, and it has a lot of twist turns that really is entertaining. And did I mention that the my cow wife who comes from
I don't know who that is.
Oh.
it?
Um,
They visit like a lot of Chinese like fantasy like tales in it as well, or Asian inspired stories.
Kingly, I don't believe any of this at all.
Give it a read and you'll see for yourself.
I'm looking at the style.
At first, it was a little jarring, but the guy definitely worked his ass off and got better at it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I haven't read it, but I've seen like snippets of it online and stuff, and like the art style really did improve.
Yep.
It really suits it now.
Yeah.
There's a blue guy that looks like he's from Pokemon. Fuck, what was it? But yeah, with the, but action feels very oversaturated at this point, to the point where it's like, do I really want to watch this when I already have My Hero Academia? Like, cool, your story is about that, but like, I already got this, so. I mean, I'll give it a read, but I'm not gonna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just go.
Yeah, I feel like that's how it is nowadays for like what's it called, like superpowers and stuff. Like back in the day, it was like, oh, they got a superpower. Oh, okay, cool, and you would get into it just because they have a superpower. But now, like, it's so saturated because almost like every comic has like a superpower type stuff. So now they have to do something that like
Or the
is a
gamer ones.
limiter. Yeah, or gamer ones, right? That they have to do something different. So now they're trying to do like limits to like people's powers and actually putting thought into it
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So to try to, um
Yeah.
gain more accessibility or whatever.
I was watching kind of something that it was probably a good thing to add to a lot of people's stories. I was like watching this one manga artist, and they were talking about making an unfair situation fair.
You mean the
Um,
Avatar movie?
what was that
You mean the Avatar movie?
the Avatar movie? Um, No, it's more like the case of like, say that you had two generals, they're enemies, and they started admiring each other. But one general saw that the other general was out of something as simple as salt, and the general goes and actually gives his enemy salt, so his men and him can stay alive because he had that much respect for him. And because of that, the other general trusted that general and even told his son, "There's not many people I trust, but that man, I trust him with everything."
I actually have this book called The Art of War, and it tells me all war is deception. Ah!
It's like keeping honor of some sort.
Okay, so the God of
Doing
High
something when you
School.
don't have to, but you do it anyway.
The God of High School is still going on? What the hell?
Oh yeah, that guy never stops. He's like literally like at this point there's like an amoeba attached between his hand and that pin.
Alright, so in the beginning, he had 45,000. It peaked at maybe around 50, 70. But now, he has seemed to have 20k. I'm looking at likes. I don't know if he's like. I think he's probably still popping. Maybe. I was trying to look for an action scene you were talking about, but it seems like every time I'm trying to find one, it's either. Oh, what do you call it? It's either one, the guy's about to fight someone, or two, it's there's no fighting at all, or three, he's just being restricted or something, and I can't find an action scene, Kingly.
If you see one with the main guy in there, there's like a moment where he says something to his taekwondo moves.
You're banned.
Yeah. Also, a lot of it had to do with backstabbing in the series too. That's also made it interesting.
Magic 12th graders, that's kind of sus. But yeah, many.
You know what? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go on, Jet.
I wanted to read that one.
Okay, because I was gonna bring up like that Critical actually brought up like a good point about that. How like most of these stories are like high schoolers, but they have like the most intricate stories, or they do like the craziest things that only an adult would do, and not necessarily a kid would do. Like like thinking very high level playing strategies, and it's just like sometimes I rereading manga and I'd be like, this kid is like 12. How can he come up with such like an elaborate plan? Like,
High
I
school
must
is
have been a
overdone.
stupid kid.
I think the reason why they do it is because, like, when you got somebody who's a teenager, teenagers in general, they're kind of not afraid to do like risky stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, they think like very, very high level thinking. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh, okay, look, like I gotta think, what would the enemy do? And necessarily, you as a kid would not think that way. You would be like, how to defeat
They
this
also
enemy.
do it because it is easy to write a high school setting.
We've all
Yeah.
away.
But like, damn. I mean, make it a college setting. Shoot, you could have you can have the school setting, but like, break the right demographics.
Yeah, to be honest, when they finally do like college and stuff, I find it as a nice, fresh breath of a setting.
Yes.
But adults do
Yes.
taxes and get boring.
So,
But I mean, like, not all of them in college do that, because I don't do that.
I don't know. I think adults can be pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of people forget like how epic like parents can get when they're trying to do the best for the kids and things
That's
like
another
that.
thing. Like some of the manga, they have no mention of their parents. Like these
Yeah,
kids wandering out at night doing the freak whatever the freak they want, and there's like no mention of parents.
right.
So it's just like what? What? I mean, it is easier to write in a high school setting with like kids, but it's like damn, like
Yeah,
I don't know.
When you turn the teens into adults, suddenly people expect more than just holding hands. If you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, I completely yeah. But then you got manga like what was it called? I think it was like my first boyfriend at 30 or some crap like that, or I started dating at 30 or something like that. I can't remember really well. It was basically like a romance, and like these two people who have never dated started dating each other. Yeah, they act like kids even though they're in their 30s.
yeah. You, there was I recently read Akinohana. That was actually one where the family actually had a say and stuff. Like there was this really cool scene where like the kid was trying to like run out of his house and his dad was literally like holding him down physically, and it was a whole struggle in the hallway. And
Akinohana.
yeah,
So you're saying it's like a more realistic type deal?
Abusive.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that. See,
I
that type of stuff like calls my attention, but you know, I mean,
It's not
it,
necessary, but it adds depth.
yeah,
And depth is interesting.
well,
yeah, definitely.
well, Webtoons doesn't want that.
yeah. I think
Sadly,
it's a story. I think with a story, if it's emotional, it's probably best to put it in there. Like, because that whole struggling scene, like, it was like literally his dad trying to do the best for his kid, while his kid's like getting all head messed up by this one girl
Damn.
who happens to be like had a mental illness that ended up being like something he wrapped his head around.
Mm-hmm.
Kingly,
Man.
Yeah.
are you okay, Gum?
take a glass of water. Am I okay? Why do you say that?
Take a glass of water.
Get some glass of water.
Get some glass of water.
Get a glass of water.
Okay.
I banish you.
I've been banished.
Not really.
Oh, okay, good. You're still with us, Kingly. You haven't been banished to the realm.
Can't banish the king.
Ah.
I just did.
Oh damn.
I Webtoons to me feels like they're going, and like they love fantasy stuff too. Like that's your best bet of ever
Yeah.
wanting to do something with action. You got to be fantasy, high fantasy sometimes.
Yeah.
Unless it's comedic, then you can do shortcuts.
Mm-hmm. Like unordinary.
Oddly
That was
enough, none of
good.
its fantasy catches my attention.
I can, yeah.
It all looks shallow.
I want something. I want a goofy character, and I want him now. I think doesn't Merryweather have one that was like fantasy where it's like I'm the gay main character and you're my slave. I don't know what the fuck.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Are you sure you're not talking about the ads again, Gum?
The what? No. I remembered reading one chapter
Slave.
and I said to myself, this is definitely going to get featured, not because just because it's Merryweather. And And I was right. I was right. It happened.
Well, duh.
I refuse.
Merryweather is crazy.
He took away my favorite artist, Peach, and now I'll never know what happens in my favorite webcomic. What is it called? Fury to Play. I'll never know what happens. It's over.
Oh damn.
Sad.
Unless they updated and I'm just
Sad.
Unless they updated and I'm just
Damn.
too stupid to notice. I actually do know
Alright.
I actually do know one of the featured creators on Webtoon though.
Really?
Yeah, but I feel like we should interview them somewhere in the future. But it's a. But I think his was like a.
But we gotta get sponsored
We gotta get
by
sponsored
Webtoons.
Yeah. Actually, on today's episode, we do have a webcomic artist coming up soon that we can talk to. They're actually doing really good on the platform.
Oh,
Yay.
I won't spoil the surprise.
Nice.
But if you read the description, you'll probably know. But don't do that because weirdos do that. Weirdos check the description.
Don't spoil
after
it
the
for
video.
yourself.
Yeah, don't spoil it. But yeah, for me, I feel like with Webtoons, the best way to get featured is either having a style that will just pop out on your cover, uploading constantly, like every freaking week, maybe even more. If it's romance, you're obviously gonna make it. If it's comedy, you're obviously gonna make it. If it's drama with romance, you're obviously gonna make it. If it's slice of life, you're actually gonna make it. If it's fantasy and it's like super well done with all these cool ass colors, you're definitely probably gonna make it. If it's no, I think that's about it. There's not a lot of There's not a lot of superhero webcomics. I don't know why they made it a genre. Well, I don't see many featured ones at least.
Yeah, no, that's a tough one.
Okay. I don't know. I went down.
I think they kind of made the superhero genre a genre because I think Unordinary did like a superhero turn.
Why?
Because there was something in the series that they had to investigate. If I said any more, it would spoil a lot of good stuff.
Well, I have good news
Oh
for you.
yeah. There used to be action, no? Are there a genre? I think they changed it. But yeah, now they're superhero. It's really good though. I recommend reading it.
Yeah, it was a natural progression. I actually followed the
I
artist.
haven't finished it.
God damn, you gotta catch up, Tolo. It's so good.
Peach
Things
is
are looking up.
still drawing for them. I hate this.
They better.
Yeah.
Yeah, they better stop.
No. They gotta
Last
continue.
time I was pissed at John.
Yeah, I mean everybody was pissed at John. Like honestly, but I don't want to say too much, but it gets better.
Are talking
It's
about
definitely worth a read.
talking about Unordinary?
Yeah, we're talking about Unordinary, which is very good. Gum, you should read it.
I'll read it after.
It's
I'm
one of
done
those
with-
stories where they use superpowers, but they use it with a twist. So it was good.
I'll read it after I'm done with my story that has superpowers.
Okay.
Get it?
Yeah.
I don't want to be corrupted.
Bruh.
I want to be like, oh, I'm gonna do that.
I don't know, man. Get your inspirations and
My inspirations are solid right now. Maybe. I don't know. I dropped my lint roller. But yes, updating weekly.
I don't know,
Okay.
but you need to
You
read
said-
Unordinary. Honestly, I used to read like a lot of Webtoons. Now I only read like 2 or 3. Actually, I only read 2. I only read Unordinary and How to Become a Dragon. I don't know if you've heard that one, but like...
and
I
And
can't
what?
pick what to read.
and you
Read
know,
How to Become a Dragon. They made the only reason why I'm reading it is because the author also made another story, Super Secret. That one's really cute.
you can
If you
also
want to read,
And that one ended.
there's
if you
also
want to read
another
something
thing
a
to
little
read.
lighthearted, Yumi Cell was a good one.
What?
What was that, King Lee?
Yumi
cut you off.
Cells.
Yumi Cells! Oh my goodness, I was reading that since the beginning. I think I started reading it when the author only had like 15 or 20 chapters.
Yeah.
So good. It's
I
so
started
good.
that
Oh,
too.
it was so
I
sad.
gotta read the rest
I was
of
so sad when it ended.
it.
You gotta read it, Kingly. Yes. I was so sad when it ended because I kind of like grew up with reading that.
Yeah.
Aw,
Yeah. And that's the
man.
part where after she split up with that one guy with the game studio and found the next guy after that. That's where,
Oh, you're there. Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
Another webcomic you can read is on Webtoons. It's you kind of know who made it, you know.
But yeah, Yumi Cells is like really good because it deals with the concept of like emotions and like thinking in your head and stuff. And then I like how the author uses like what's it called, like different emotions on the cells and how they grow big whenever they're like the dominant feeling that someone's feeling.
Mhm.
It's just great. It's just so great.
Mhm.
Highly recommend reading that.
And
My Deepest Secret. That one's pretty good too.
and
And Keep in Manga.
and
That one's really good.
and
And
I
the
love
Panda
you.
Complex.
and
And Boyfriend of the Dead.
and
School
Devil
of the
number
Sinners, of
4.
course.
yes, Togo. That webcomic, of course.
Damn it, Togo. I was trying to read that.
I was gonna update, but now I won't yet.
Ah, sorry, I tuned out.
Yeah.
I'm actually planning on making a new webcomic,
I'll turn British too.
just so I can like do Webtoons algorithm thing where they like where everyone just likes romance.
So you're switching genres?
I'm still working on
Why?
Sinners. I'm working on Sinners, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a new webcomic with someone else. We're gonna make 12 chapters for just one session.
Romance?
Yup, romance. We're gonna do like one, whatever season.
Oh boy.
And if it goes well, I'll tell them, hey,
It
let's
will.
make more. I'll pay you more. If it doesn't, then I guess I'll just be like, wow, okay, I was wrong about Webtoons. Romance
Good
doesn't
luck.
get you anywhere.
Mhm.
I think romance in general will get you somewhere, though.
And the person I'm working with deserves clout. That's a big thing. So if you're an artist that wants to collab with me and you want clout, I got you, man. With these weird ass stories in my brain, I got you. Sinners is still being made though.
Honestly, though,
I have it right next to me.
Gum has like an unlimited supply of stories.
It is called Stagnant Love, and is not. What you think.
Ah, I was hearing about that.
Yep, that's what it is. Kingly knows
That's a good name.
because Kingly's like
Your
the best.
favorite.
He's the favorite out of the whole show, apparently. No, I'll just say this: it's about how do I phrase this? Stagnant love. It's about a bug trying to bang a girl. That's about it. That's all. I don't want to give it too much info away.
Wait, a bug trying
bug?
to bang a girl?
Basically,
Is that what you said?
it will be.
Are you doing the B movie?
No, it is a romantic comedy,
No.
and it's coming
Gone.
2028.
Damn, that's
B
6 years
movie.
from now.
Get the B movie.
Bro,
out.
it's the B movie, the Gums version.
No, it's If anything, it's gonna be like. I don't want to give anything away, but yeah, let's see. It's B movie.
No, that's fine, Gum. You don't have to. You don't have to explain yourself.
I don't.
If you're
trust,
not comfortable,
I trust no one.
but we'll just keep it as the B movie.
But
Yeah, I actually kind of had an idea before B movie came out. People can steal this idea if they want, but I was kind of imagining, like, I was watching like a hell of a ton of beekeeping videos, like hours upon hours of it. I was very infatuated,
Mm-hmm.
and I was thinking, like, what if there was like a cells at work version kind of thing, but at a beehive?
that sounds kind of cute.
Be dope. That would be so cool, and people could learn like that too about bees and stuff, like cells at work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeez.
Exactly like cells at work.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I actually learned a few things from cells at work. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually did
Yeah.
learn a few things about cells because of reading them.
I
How much
actually
did you
watched
learn?
doctors review it, and they're like, "This is actually more accurate than I thought it would be."
Yes, yes. Oh my God, what's his name? Did you see Dr. Mike? I think his name is.
There's Dr. Mike, and I also saw Dr. Hope, and he was like this British guy who was pretty wholesome.
Yo, yes. I was actually surprised that they were like, yeah, this is actually pretty accurate.
Mhm.
Holy crap. But yeah, it's very good. That's a very good concept, Kingsley.
Oh, you know what, Kingsley?
Yeah.
Osmosis Jones.
After sniffing
Oh
my
yeah, that's
sugar,
another one.
I realized you could do that with like literally any bug in the world.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. The reason why I thought of bees is because,
ANTS.
like, say if you're making like something anime based, you can make like some really attractive looking characters, bee style.
Bee style. In stripes.
Yeah. Yeah, they got the stripes. They could look regal. Things like that.
I can see that. And you got the queen looking hot, but thick.
Yep. you read between the lines.
I read between the lines. But yeah, Webtoons. Consistent updates. Genre dependable.
Fun.
If your style looks cute, or if you already, if your style, our style is heckin' great, instant love, yes, they will judge you on there. They won't really judge you, but they won't read you. And if you already have what do you call it, a following, you'll basically get in. That's one of the things. But back on Kingsley's little bug idea, would you make it for coma?
A Ford coma? Well, I'd probably do what it's based off of in a longer version of things.
What's a 4 coma?
What's a for coma? That's a good question.
It's a four-stage setup to tell an entire story.
Elaborate. We want details.
Yes. Say, you know how you usually see things like the standard in movies. It's like you got the beginning, and then you got like the middle that turns into a climax, and then it all ties together in the end. It's fast, simple, straight to the point. But for coma, it's a little more human, a little more messy. People seem to like to read it more. Like, so of course you want to introduce, like, you just can't get past introducing characters. How the hell are people going to know you or know your characters? Yeah, and then you want your development. You need people to know your characters. Like, why should they care? Who are they? And what's kind of like, what makes the story go on? And then a twist happens. Something unexpected, something that causes trouble, something that fries the characters, that puts them off the path. And then there's a conclusion. That you find out after all that they still kept true to what they believed, or they learned something new from it. Usually, a lot of people do like it kind of being happy, but it can also be sad.
I understand.
Hmm.
My favorite anime and manga did a little joke on 4 comas, and where they tried grouping all 4 of it together, all the stages. The first stage was, what do you call it? Intro, the rise, the climax, and the end. And I'm like, I can kind of see that. And then they actually revealed there's a 5th panel. The forbidden panel.
The twist.
Yes. It is called, it is banned.
It's banned.
It is called Darkness. How do I...
Yes.
I love the example they use. They use like a BL example. In the first panel, it's an intro of the 2 guys meeting. You know, eyes, they look at each other. The second GIF, it's them playing basketball. The third GIF, it's them fighting over a girl. Or the 3rd coma. And the 4th coma, it's both of them in bed having sex. Well, laying in bed.
Holy crap.
And in the 5th band panel, it's hemorrhoids.
What?
Hemorrhoids.
I know, but just like, what? Okay, a twist.
That is the twist. Yeah, that's the twist. Kingling is right. There's a twist.
Mm-hmm.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
there's a build up to it. I guess that's the important part, is making sure you got a really great build up.
Here's the example.
Something.
Here's the example, Jet.
Wow. That is.
Do you like that last picture?
That's the right way to use a 4 coma. That's all I'm gonna say. Holy crap. I remember I was reading this 4 coma where it was, I think I showed you,
Yeah, you showed
where
me.
it was like this, where it was like this girl who's trying to
Go to bed.
yeah, go to bed with this dude, but then he's like, he says something about the sandwich.
He's like, I'm
Like
the cheese.
he's yeah, like he's like, oh, I have the bun, the lettuce, and then was it him that I can't remember, but I think she says, oh, and I'm the cheese. It just slides into the sandwich.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh man,
Here, have
I
another
forgot the
one.
name of that manga.
Yeah. I think what, like, the major difference between this and, say, Climax and, like, this 3 stages version of storytelling is that the resolution kind of solves, like, the actual climax.
Like in this 4 coma I sent you where the 2 guys had sex.
Yeah, because they look like they were in an intense fight. And then you really don't know what's going to happen next. And then you got an unexpected outcome.
Yeah, very unexpected. Holy crap! Talk about unexpected.
Yeah, a lot of authors will say that it's not exactly like the most logical thing, but I guess a lot of people like reading it. There's more than one way to tell a tale, of course.
Yeah. Oh well, let me go ahead and recommend a a 4 coma that's on Webtoon that you can read. It's called Keepin' Manga, Kipen manga. And this author, man, he's wacky. Oh man, he's wacky. Just like the ideas that he has for some of his comics are like freaking amazing. I remember like this one where he did, and it was about this couple, and they were making it like, like making it sexual, like, oh, I can't wait to touch you. Oh, please be gentle with me. And the last freaking panel, it's them getting ready, and he's like, oh, okay, I'm going in, and they touch fingers. They touch fingers, and and the guy ejaculates. Like he has a face that he ejaculated, and she's like all sweaty after that. And I'm just like, what? But that's the beauty of keeping manga. You should definitely read keeping manga. If you want something really unexpected, he's the guy to read. He likes to self-insert himself a lot too, and make himself like seem like the smartest character or like the biggest person or the coolest person. So he's doing something right. But it's very funny, very entertaining.
That's interesting.
We're gonna look into that,
Mhm.
Chet, and then we'll put you to death if it's bad or not.
It's good. It's definitely good. I'm telling you, man. It's very good, very unexpected. Like, it's like every chapter you don't know what to expect. Like he really does build it up to make it seem something, and then like at the end, it completely dismantles whatever you thought it was.
I just realized why I feel different about manga than American comics.
Why?
I realize they prioritize a person's emotions a lot more often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can feel the characters, like feel what they're feeling.
Yeah, definitely. Rather than like straightforward, like, oh, we got to do this and this and this, and not really give much thought about the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Modern comics are weird to me. Like, 'cause it's like, I don't know. It's like, how do I say? To me, they're like, there's like an A and a B. It all ends at C, and then like over here, I'm like, what do you call it? Fucking Comic Land for Americans. It's like, oh, here you can start at D, but we're also at A. But if you really want to get into the series, you just start at B. But then there's also, of course, J. And I'm like, get the shit out of here. Be like a manga. Be like A, B, C.
But remember, you got to recall L,
See,
in order so you can understand
Chet,
the rest of the story.
This is an A, B conversation, so see yourself out of here. You kids like that?
Old, bro.
you
It's
kids
funny
like
because
that.
I used it before.
You kids like that? You can use that on anyone else you don't want to talk to.
Yeah.
Remember it. Togo, do you want to say?
PFFT.
Togo, do you want to say something? Do you want to give a big speech, Togo?
Me?
Yeah, you. You're the fan favorite of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Oh, come on, don't be shy. Say something. Type something cool.
Cool.
Okay, that's fucked up.
Oh,
That's
I
it.
saw that coming. It was either that or ice.
Well, believe it or not, proud family lovers, but it is about a good hour into the show, so we all need to get up and stretch, or else we'll contract diabetes.
Ooh, stretching time.
Woo.
Stretching time.
Do I get a doctor's note? I kind of made my foot broken.
Kingly, if you don't stand up, even with a broken foot, you will still die from diabetes. I'm sorry. Diabetes
Okay.
doesn't
Jesus
care.
Christ.
Diabetes doesn't care if you have a skin disease, broken bones,
Stand up with your heart.
anemia.
Yes.
What's the other word I'm looking for? Type 1 diabetes. They don't care what you are. They will
Here,
find you.
I know what I can do. I'll do sit-ups.
That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're going to be heading out to the break. Today's episode was sponsored by no one.
By a whole lot of companies. Burger King, Walgreens,
Burger King.
Webtoons. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Hi guys, we're back from the break, and on today's
Howdy.
hit or miss, I'm dropping everything. That was everything.
Oh,
On
no.
today's good episode, we
Retake.
we always ended on a high note, and that's with get the fuck out of here. We always end today's episode with an artist because
Gum is stumbling.
I am stumbling. Keto, don't eat that. That's a slinky. So we always try to end today with. That's my puppy, by the way.
Keto.
I can't handle
Mine's
the
name is
pressure.
Rock.
This is SariSpooks.
Damn, this intro is like the longest intro ever, and we're just not gonna let him
Hi,
finish.
sorry.
Oh,
Sari is
We
our
should.
most famous. So she is our most famous guest here. So I want claps from the studio audience.
I'm kind of spooked.
Yeah, you should be.
Sorry.
Yes.
Let's
no, wait, but
go.
I'm friendly. I'm your friendly neighborhood spookster.
Nice.
I'm a
It
friendly
is
ghost.
an
Ooh,
honor.
we got.
Everyone, it's SariSpooks, creator of
Hello.
Spooks.
Oh, there's actual clapping. Oh no.
Perfect.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I was in front of the. Nope. Okay. Hi.
I told you, there's a studio audience. Well, I've been trying to reach you, as they say in the new Batman movie. I've been trying to reach you. Well, no,
No
you're.
spoilers. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay. I should have. Okay, well, I've been trying to get you for a while, but when I'm like, you know what? I want to flesh out the podcast. I want to see what quirky things we do along the way, just to give us more. Make us feel a little less. Make us feel a little loose. Because I feel like if you were our first person, or like any of the first three, maybe we would have been like, "Hi, how are you?" "Oh, hello." You know what I mean? You must be very shy.
I guess.
I'm sorry.
I am always shy. It's fine. Yeah. Hi.
Got everyone again. The creator
How
of
is it going
Spook.
for you?
3K on Webtoons as we speak. 3001 because Togo just subbed to it, but I might be wrong. I
don't know. I haven't looked up in it, but what was that? Oh my god.
That was some aggressive clapping.
That was so much. That kind of felt a little patronizing, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm at 3K or 3,038. Woo.
But
Ooh.
honestly, I
No,
feel
honestly,
like
that took a while.
I feel like anyone that has a Patreon, in all honesty, is doing well. In general.
I'm actually surprised about how well mine does. I mean, it's not pulling in like any major numbers. I'm still mostly make my money off of commissions and odd jobs when it comes to art, but it still works.
That's good.
I make stickers. If you like really cute stickers and prints, I make that.
Stickers.
Check out my Patreon.
Oh,
That's literally all I do.
you're an ad.
Slap them on everything. You have to put them on absolutely everything.
They're actually really good. They're nice and waterproof. They're vinyl. They're meant for cars. So like
What?
if you put them on a car and take them off, it won't have any scratches or anything.
No way.
So,
My sticker guys
so
will-
you're saying I can slap it on my baby, and my baby will be scratch proof.
Bruh.
The baby would be scratch proof. No one could hurt that baby. A bazooka could come up to that baby and fire, and your baby will be fine.
Yes.
That's it. Yes.
That's
I'm
insane.
saying that with full confidence. And everything I say there, with no sarcasm whatsoever.
I believe it.
100%.
I like
100%.
I like to think anyone that has like at least one person on their Patreon to be successful. Because I feel like most people on any platform where they're given the chance to use their Patreon, like they'll just slap it right there. Like, oh, you like my comic? I know I just started, but here, take it. I'm new, by the way. Enjoy it. Look, eat it.
I am no one to talk about Patreon. I forget to upload what I do. Like honestly,
How could you?
it's kind of like a tip jar. Yeah, I'm terrible. If you really want like good information on Patreons, Daleth Thomas, she's the creator of Mythic Mayhem. She does a really good Patreon and has it all solid. I used to do commissions, and then that got too much around like Halloween because I was making 3 comics, like updating weekly 3 comics of 80 panels a week. It was nightmarish.
Oh,
and
damn.
Don't ever do that. It was terrible, but it was so good, but so terrible. But that's not the point. That's when I switched to doing prints and stickers, and I was giving away old watercolors because I was doing like Inktober and Smogness and all that, and so that old art was piling up and I needed to do something with it. So far that seems to work for me a lot more. I gained like 3 other patrons just for giving away stickers, which is totally fine. But like Patreon, I feel only works is if you have the numbers behind it, and that sucks to say because I don't believe that should be it, but Patreon is like only expect like say you have like 100 subscribers to your comic, you'll barely get 1 out of that 100, and it really sucks. There gotta be something more to it, but I have no idea what it is. I wish I can do better. I just don't know how to market that.
Don't worry. In the future, I'm calling it 2023. Webtoons will allow you to tip your favorite creators, unless they're doing it now, and I don't know.
They're actually starting to do it now. It's supposed to go in effect in June.
Son of a bitch!
But I'm not.
Oh, look at that.
I told you that.
Yeah.
I had a theory going on that Webtoons is slowly coercing into tap-ass, you know. Like,
Are you talking about like with the creator profiles?
see, and you know what? I found out about that today too. Like it started out with PNG files. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then it started out with like AdSense, and I'm like, okay, it makes sense. And then now it's like, oh, now you can make them this size. And oh, did you know about this? And now I'm like, yeah, and continue.
Do you actually want to talk about this? Because I actually do have information about this.
I need
a little bit of
information.
background. A little bit of background is I started before it was Canvas. I started back in what it was called Discover. And Discover had nothing. Like, not even AdSense. It was bare bones. Nothing. It was a third of the size to file. It was just terrible. It was terrible.
Yeah, I remember that.
But they used to have GIFs, and I would like to animate my comic, but no, they won't allow that because they're horrible. No, that's not it. So with the PNGs, that actually started because there was a what do you call it, where you sign things? petition. That's it. Yeah, there was a petition to get that going, and they started when they start moving from Discovery to Canvas, and they got a whole team of 3 people to work on Canvas for the whole thing was only 3 people. Now they're up to 10. And they are hiring right now for more if anyone wants to. They're looking for a couple more people. But, like, a lot of these changes are people, because a lot of these Canvas people who are working there actually started by working on Canvases itself, like comics. So that's really helpful, but there was a petition for that. Enough people complained because they've been going on Twitter enough, and see if you want anything to change, you gotta complain on Twitter, apparently.
I see.
Enough people complained about, like, the comment section, and so now they're changing that over. They're gonna add, they're supposed to be adding in notifications soon, so you'll get notified when comments happen. They added moderation onto comics, and they're going to add a different kind of monetization. Now, the monetization is a good or a bad thing because they're going to go straight to a tipping platform, but the bar to hit to get to be tipped is going to be much higher than what they had before, and you're probably going to get a lot less money. And a lot of other big creators are really mad about this because before it was how much money on the ads you're going to get. What they want to do is to take out the ads because of FTC issues. They want to take out the ads, and they want to put more money and, like, have more of a tipping to theirs, but they don't want to have the ads because they don't want to get, like, what if there was a gory scene in the comic? They don't want to get hit for that on the advertising thing. So it's really messy, but honestly, a lot of these changes are because they're hearing us for once, where back when it was Discovery, you had no chance, man. They did not care, and a good way of pointing out that they cared is if you notice how much they've been promoting Canvas comics now, and having, like, Canvas Day, like, twice a month, and all these incentives to read Canvas, which is really nice. God, do I wish Taps would do that. As for the creator profile, I am so happy, but I'm so disappointed. I wanted to send stupid drawings out to my subs, but no, they don't have it, so I'm not really doing much with it yet. It's pretty much, if you follow me, I'm gonna tell you if I'm gonna be late a day or 2 or something. That's it.
That's cute. That's what... Yeah, just, like, tap at. Except, can you comment? Like, I don't know. I haven't tested it yet because I'm just finding out about it. But could you...
so...
Can I, like, go to your profile, comment, LMAO,
not
thanks for subscribing.
Yet. Next month they're adding... Not yet. So, right now, all the creator profile is the creator has their bio, their links to all their socials, and, like, to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all those. You can link them to that, link them to a website, and the creator can send out little tweets is the best way of putting it. And then you can like those tweets. That's it.
That's it?
That's it right now. They have, I think it's next month or the month after, they're going to add able to put GIFs, PNGs, comments, and polls. So, like, no offense, they probably should have waited until the whole thing was done, but that's what's going on. But it's really nice. And it's really nice so far to have a place where you have all of your socials and stuff, because, like, we all put our social at the end of the card, at the end of the thing. Now they can just click your name and find an actual link. It's great. 10 out of 10.
Ooh.
It's pretty cute.
Actual good updates for once, honestly. Because it's a start, you know?
It's a start. Yeah, no. They have a long way to go on a lot of these interfaces that I'm not particularly happy with, but I'm happy that they're starting to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the rate bombs, I, like, honestly want them to get rid of rating completely. It's useless. Normal readers don't use it, and most... Yeah, no. Rating, it's only, honestly, for other comic creators, because it's such a small little thing. Like, people don't really see it, and there should be other ways. Like, you should have, like, most liked comic overall instead of like a rating system, in my personal view.
Yeah, that actually makes more sense. Or like most viewed comic in like this hours or something like that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
just something on that, a different metric, because the rating, I think
Yeah.
the rating system is easy to mess up only because you don't have to be subbed to this comic.
Yeah.
If they change it to you have to sub and you had to have read like 10 chapters or 3 chapters before you could rate it, that might help.
Mm-hmm.
But like right
Right.
now it's just used to attack creators. And
Maybe this might be better. Like, since you're already like reading a lot of this on an app, they could set it up to where they can see if somebody's scrolling through a comic at a reading rate and know if people are reading it.
They do that with their coin operations, like, so I can see it. It there's just like there's issues, but they're trying. So I'm gonna give out hope because like I remember when they wouldn't do anything.
Right.
yeah.
I'm just waiting until they do the the horizontal scrolling. Oh man, am I waiting for that? I mean, there's like a few comics that have it, but they're like, they have a whole bunch of subs, and then I guess it unlocks there. But damn, really waiting for that horizontal scrolling.
I think it's because for the longest time, isn't it like Webtoons? Like it's based out of Korea, right?
It's based out of Korea, but it's also Line. So I think a lot of people drop Line Webtoons. Line is a Korean app, a social media app. So it is designed to be scrolled. That's why a lot of there was a huge controversy earlier about people seeing Webtoons being all caps and then like Webtoons being written normally. The all caps one is talking about the brand, but the normal one with like the W and the T being it is talking about the style of webcomic where they have dubbed it Webtoons, which is really sucks. It's kind of like you know how all what is it? Like duct tape. When you think duct tape, you don't think of duct, like a duct. You think more of duck because of the brand kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's I think that's what's happening right now because a lot of people consider instead of saying manhwa, they're saying webtoons instead of saying like talking about a differentiating from like a web comic, which is like the normal comic page setup, like what you would read in a manga or a comic pamphlet, where it's like page setup versus the scroll. But it's a lot.
The reason I was bringing that up because I think maybe they weren't listening to people because I think there was like a legitimate language barrier for a while.
Yeah, no, that's why I was saying like there was only 3 people in this whole company that spoke English. That's why I was like there was only 3. So like they're now up to 10 and like they're hiring more, but like it was definitely a language barrier and I want to say a user barrier because you can definitely tell the switch that they were like, oh hey, the Western audience actually wants to make comics on our site is when they changed it from Discovery to Canvas because they rebranded everything. Which is great, but like also I feel this might be just conspiracy brain, but like all of the comics that were once Discovery, they've completely ignored now though. Cuz there were some that are doing well that I have not seen on the For You page or anything since, and that makes me really sad. But yeah, no, Webtoons are doing okay. They're getting their stuff together. There's still a ways to go. But I like it. Don't ask me about taps. I don't really know much about taps. I use it, but like it's a whole.
It's like
it's a lot.
I like to think of it as like the brother of Webtoons, the one brother that doesn't get all the credit though. Like,
yeah.
Like I found a stick, Mom. It's like that's good, son. Webtoons comes out, Mom. I found a stick.
They're like the Canada.
Mom, I found a stick, but
I wouldn't say they're the brother because like Tap used to be Tapastic, and I will always call it Tapastic really more than Taps.
I call it tap ass.
Yeah,
And I call
I'm
Webtoons
not just
Webtoons.
gonna call it. I'm just gonna call it Taps. It was big when I was like in high school, and now it kind of died a bit, and now it's trying to come back. And it has, the numbers have grown, but like I am only like 500 subs on Taps, and I've been there a while. Like it sucks. Not in a bad way, just there's not enough readers, and they're a lot more picky.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, with
And-
Webtoon, it's like, hey, do you use Tapass to read your shit? It's like, no, what the fuck is Tapass? I use Webtoons, and they're like, oh, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
I also think the interface for Webtoons is a little bit better, because Taps has has comics and books, but it also has paid books and paid comics, and really hard to differentiate which one's what. Are we having issues? We all good?
oh good.
Togo has lost her voice for a little bit.
Okay.
No,
Sorry.
I'll
I can read it out for Togo if their voice doesn't come back.
Togo will
totally
come
fine.
back. I believe in them.
I hope everything works out. I believe in them too. With my ghostly powers, I believe you'll be able to talk.
Well, with our until Togo comes back, I'm gonna ask you the interview questions, the legendary interview questions that makes everyone pissed at me and never wants to talk to me again.
Oh, damn.
I'm like that with you all the time. And what?
Excuse me, I had excuse me, I had pancakes for dinner.
I'm not even gonna ask. You can keep your gas truck. I'm good.
Excuse me, I had a big lunch. Ooh. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yes, the questions. Let's let me crack my knuckles.
Oh man, the heavy hitters.
What?
I don't know if these. Yeah, that's what. Am I gonna get punched or what's happening?
Oh. Sorry, Togo woofed. Okay, it should be working. What is? Oh fuck, shit.
Woof.
I dropped all my questions. What got you
Llama.
into fucking? Ah, shit. No, I messed. Damn it!
It's okay.
It's because my slinky's not next
It's all
to me.
good.
You got this,
We're all
Gum.
still here.
We believe in you, Gum.
Sorry, we usually don't have high profile cases like.
I sort of believe.
You sort of believe. I am not high profile. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like.
Stop! Don't be
Nobody.
modest. It's okay.
I am not being.
What
modest.
got you?
You are a
into...
god.
Well, yeah. Sorry is a god.
It's okay. Sorry, they're just simping. They're just simping. You know, it's just
Kingly,
Yeah.
I think simping.
Kingly, if you
I don't go
talk
for nerds,
one more
no,
time,
sorry.
it's coming out of your paycheck.
Wait, you guys are getting paychecks?
Wait, I am.
Or you're only getting paid in Trident gut layers.
Yes, we are. There's a reason why they call those sticky crowns.
What
I
got?
mean, he
no,
is the GumKid, so.
Sticky bandits.
You're all
Uh...
you're all getting a severance package.
Wait, you guys aren't being held hostage?
Oh no!
What
this is why it's only text to speech for them.
That's not true.
Is
can-
it? How do we really know, Gum?
They can talk if they want to, but they can't right now because
Yay, Gum.
they're studying for the big exam.
Uh-huh.
The big
Where are they, Gum?
Lebowski.
Do you have them in your basement, Gum?
What got you
I
into
don't know
art?
if you
What
can
got
see
you
this,
into
but I'm
making
blinking.
comics?
What got me into art?
Yeah.
Okay, actually, that one's loaded. How to explain it? I've always liked art, but like the first time I started drawing was when we went to a homeless shelter.
Oh.
And I met this kid. We were out, me and my family were in a homeless shelter, but me and my sister were out doing kid things. I was about like 6 years old or something.
Throwing rocks
And
at
I met
cars.
some kid who was drawing in a sketchbook, and he showed me how to draw Batman, and then he showed me how to draw flowers, and then he showed me how to draw dragons, and then he gave me that sketchbook. I have it at my old house to this very day, and like I'm 28 now, so like it's been through some things.
That's cute.
And that was my first sketchbook kind of thing. I also had, my grandmother's also an artist, like an oil painter, and like incredibly great at it. So I also got like to cheat on that. She taught me how to draw like proportions of people and stuff like that. I also didn't really have a lot of friends, so I would read how to draw books, but not like the how to draw manga, but like
Oh, you've been saved.
drawing. I know, I've been saved. I did not know those existed. The first cartoonish drawing book that I got was actually Preston Blair, which helped me a lot because I went in and studied animation in high school, but I got that book back in 5th grade. So, always been into art. Art has just been me.
How inspiring.
How inspiring.
How is that home? Is that kid still around? What do you still talk to him?
I have no idea. I didn't even catch his name. He just gave me a sketchbook, a 6-year-old homeless kid a sketchbook, and ran off.
You know what?
Honestly, probably for the best.
Probably
would have followed him home.
He'll you know what? I believe one day he'll find you, and he'll be like someone will put a gun to your head,
You'll
and then
be so disappointed
and then
in me.
they'll say, "Sorry, is that you?" And then it's me. That remember I gave you my sketchbook.
I don't even think I even said my name. I think he just saw 2 kids fucking about. I think me and my sister were fighting each other with sticks, like the dweebs we were.
No.
So
That's the best way to fight.
you know, Lord of the Rings came out recently around that time. You know.
Oh, you don't gotta explain to me. I'm the resident nerd here.
Excellent.
You're from Ohio. You have no say.
I have no say. Well, guess what? I guess Elden Ring's based in Ohio, according to the entire internet. So
Tingley, you're freaking banned.
Damn, got you there.
Sorry. What are your inspirations? Art-wise, I guess.
Oh god. Could I get more specifics? Like,
I guess
what do you mean? I have
art style, basically. I guess.
art style. I used to draw super anime. Actually, no. Inspiration. I never was the kid that drew like. Okay, so. I really like dragons. I know that sounds weird, but I used to draw dragons constantly. I really liked anime.
So you combined the two.
Kind of like. No, because
you created what is it?
It's
Dragon.
hard to explain. I guess
Dragon
what inspires me is mostly stories that I like. I like telling stories, and so my art fluctuates from a lot of different things, so I can't really say much about art styles, but I went from drawing like super realistic to drawing anime, back to drawing super realistic to trying to get out of drawing anime when I like going through school. Then I got a hold of the other Preston Blair book, and Steven Silver and
Steven
Richard
Silver.
Williams. Yeah, no, like
I know that guy. That guy.
Oh yeah, no. Okay. So let me back up. So starting from in high school, from like freshman year in high school, I started studying animation. I studied animation all the way through there, and I even went to school for animation. So a lot of my inspirations are animation or video game type dealios. I really like Nicholas Cole. I love Steven Silver, Richard Williams, Chuck Jones, Lauren Pace, God, Crowned Prince, God, what is her name? She does a comic right now, but like I knew her from middle school. Oh no, Madeline Roska. I also really like her stuff. Jeez. Bobby Chu. Um, uh,
Bobby Chew is fun. He's
Bobby
fun.
Chu is a doll. I appreciate him so much. I took schoolism and took a class for him.
Oh, you took schoolism? How was
I
that?
did. Really extremely helpful, especially because that started doing that when I was starting out digital painting, because I didn't know how to digital paint per se. Like I didn't know how to color. Everything I did up until college was all black and white. Refused to add color, and now I'm just non-stop coloring. What happened to me?
You
Um,
grew up. That's what happened.
I grew up. No, I learned how to color. Before it was all black and white because I knew I can confidently know shades and how to do that contrasting. Color is a whole nother beast that, honestly, do we really need? It's like, is this a step we need? Let's see. Who else? Can't really think of anyone, to be honest, but like, you ask me in like 5 minutes and I'll just come up with like 10 other names. uh,
A long list of inspirations, huh?
I like artists and I like art. I will follow them to the end.
Aww.
Yeah, there's nothing
Yes.
wrong with that.
Aww.
It's always good to have like
Yeah.
what's it called? Like a big list of artists so you can like enjoy different art styles in that way.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I also
but-
like vastly different because they never stick with the same ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you know, but Steven Silver has been like posting like these heavily underrated videos on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I've been following Steven Silver on YouTube since I got to talk to him from doing the Acme program. So in
Ooh.
college, we had my animation teacher got us all into Acme, which is not what you think. You think, yeah, Acme, but it's a animation student website that you actually have to be invited to get into, which is really weird, but I think it's because they wanted only students in animation to happen. And he used to sit, him and Tony Brankoff, the Brankoff brothers, would
Ooh.
sit and review our animations and stuff. And like I got to sit and talk to him. Him and Honan Vasquez. Honan Vasquez was a really cool one. He was a guest, which doesn't help because he's also a big inspiration for my art. I mean, if you look at it, the two things you probably will see in my art is Tim Burton and him. Which
Ooh.
be it as it may.
Well, I'm glad you got to meet all your heroes.
I have it. My two heroes are dead, and that's Terry Pratchett and Stan Lee. So
We can change
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was sad when he went. I was like, I'm gonna meet Stan Lee. Guy's getting a little older. Maybe I should meet him. And then I hear like a month later, I'm like, no.
damn.
You know what's crazy? I was watching Hell's Kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, I don't know how long it was after, but I was like binging the fuck out of them because they helped me draw or something. I was watching Hell's Kitchen, and Ramsey was like, alright, tonight's special guest in the VIP section is the creator of X-Men and Spider-Man. I'm like, they can't do this to me.
Jack Kirby.
Stan Lee is coming to eat at Hell's Kitchen, and I'm like, no, don't remind me. And then I liked him on the episode. He was like, I don't want to complain because I don't want to get these little kids yelled at, you know.
Yeah, I was like, he's super kind.
It's like, what a
You'll always be.
what a sweetheart.
Mhm.
Togo is sad. Moving sadly on. I'm crying now. Thanks a lot. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I have this effect on people.
Damn.
Oh, okay. Well,
You hate
if
to see
you-
them go.
If you have a lot of inspirations, then I'm scared to ask this. What is your
No.
favorite comic, manga, anime, show?
Joe Kelly's I Kill Giants.
You kill giants?
No. Joe
What?
Kelly's the creator of Ben 10. He has
Ren?
he has a comic company, or he's part of a comic group. He made the book I Kill Giants. That's one of my top favorites. And then you would have The Umbrella Academy by Gerard Way.
Yes, of course.
It was like Danger Days was or I should say True Lives of Fabulous Killjoys was okay, but that was that. The Over the Garden Wall series is fantastic. Let's see, what's another comic that Hollow Fields. That is a manga that I read in middle school that directly my main character Charlie, if you ever notice her black rabbit ear bow, is a direct nod to that comic. Who surprisingly is a Webtoon creator, an original creator who I recently started talking to, which has been real scary for me, honestly.
How scary?
Literally meeting your hero scary kind of thing. Like, I'm just like, you're not allowed to look at my art, and then she followed me on Twitter, and that scares me more. Now I'm like, I can't say anything stupid. She'll know I'm stupid. And honestly, I say a lot of stupid things.
We all
That means you're doing something right.
I hope.
we-
I'm not sure. I have really low numbers, but I feel like the people who follow me and the people I follow are like genuine. Like, they're good people. Like, most of the people that I follow and follow me back, we all talk to each other. So I feel like that's a better than having just a random looky-loos, if that makes sense. Like, I want the engagement more than the numbers.
Well then, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, there is a question that Coco is asking. I don't know if it's been asked or not. They're asking, like, how do you plan out each page of your webtoon or section?
Each page my webtoon? Okay, so, how my webtoon goes is I know the end of it. I planned the whole thing out. And then, like, so I planned the whole thing out, like, the whole arc of the whole story. And then halfway through, I planned what's going on halfway through, and then I cut that in half, and then I cut that into each individual arc. And each individual arc, I plan out with, like, super silly quick notes, and then I send it to my editor, because I'm dyslexic disaster, and I need an editor. And then I draw everything out. I don't think well in words, so I have to board it out because that's what I do. I storyboard. I board it out, and then I write then I get it checked, and then I write the script by basically what's in the words in the speech bubbles, and then I send it to my editor, and then she tells me that I gotten the dares all wrong for like the 19th time, and I feel so bad for her having to deal with my horrible English skills. And then I make the chapter. Like, as she's editing it, I'll have it inked and colored. I hope that's what you asked. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wish people would be more lenient towards grammar errors, right?
Oh no, they
Yeah.
actually are.
Wow, I knew you were calling me out.
That's why I stay silent.
But it's okay, because I have a major in business, so I kind of have to be a grammar Nazi. Sorry.
You hate my comic. It's fine. You just Don't read it. You'll hate it. It's absolutely trash.
It's beautiful.
Read it for the pretty pictures.
It's
the art
beautiful.
gets real good near the end. In the beginning, it's a bit of a jarring thing.
That's
Honestly, I feel like that's with a lot of Webtoon comics, though.
Oh yeah,
Like,
and I've been
you
working
know.
on this for 5 years, so like there's a lot of growth
Jen,
going on.
There's 185 chapters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah. I saw 185 chapters, and I'm like, I just
that's true
literally
dedication right
envisioned-
there.
I just literally just saw like a montage, like a Disney level montage of just imagining you just drawing all that out.
I think
Yeah.
I think when I first met Sari,
Literally.
I told him, "Hey, I'll binge your shit. I'm just gonna wait till it
Haven't done
gets
that
bigger." And you were like at chapter, and you were at like 40 chapters, and then when I came back, you were like at like 100 and like fucking 40 or something. I'm like, holy shit! Sorry, you've been
I should also
grinding.
mention, in February was my first time ever taking a hiatus.
Oh yeah, you took a February hiatus.
Yeah, I got like a lot of deaths in the family, like one after another. I just had to.
Oh
No.
Oh man, that's rough.
It's all good.
That's
don't worry.
rough.
How do you keep yourself going like that?
I'm gonna blame my ADHD. I'm
Damn.
gonna blame my hyper focusing on things. I have a problem that I hyper focus on stuff until it's done, kind of thing.
Honestly, I see it as a blessing, cause shoot, I have not touched my comic in a really long time.
I hyper-focus too, but on YouTube instead.
Yeah, I feel it. Like, it's hyper-focusing on projects. I've always had issues like that. Spook wasn't my first comic, but it's my first I've published, if that makes sense. Like, it's the first I'm showing people, which is honestly good. So the other ones were real. Why? It would be technically my 9th attempt at making a comic, and I want to say, when I'm saying making a comic, I'm not meaning like filling one sketchbook. My first comic I ever made was called Fade, and it was 900 page sketchbooks filled. And I finished that story, and that was 2 years in middle school. Don't ask how I had that energy. Didn't. Don't know why I did that. And then I had another comic that I stopped in the middle that was just called Fang, that was about a kid who turned into a werewolf and didn't want to be a werewolf, and that failed because I didn't like the story, so I stopped it, because I don't like, if I didn't like something, I'm not going to do it, kind of thing.
Right.
And then I have another comic that I want to rewrite, and I want to turn it into a game, but I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that now. That's called Clockmaker's Assistant. That one I have it all written out, and I have it rewritten out, and I haven't gotten to the drawing part, but I have that, and then a few other comics here or there for comic contests I did in college and stuff. And so there's that. And then Spook came out, but Spook wasn't meant to be a comic. It was originally going to be a cartoon. But my English professor and my animation professor were like, this is too big. And I was like, nah, it's fine. And then I tried animating or storyboarding an animatic to what would be the first episode, which looks totally different to that, and like halfway through I was like, I'm gonna make a comic because it would be way easier. And here I am. So
Nice.
Wow. That is amazing. Holy crap.
That's how they get you.
yeah, I have problems, and
Hey, those are good problems though too, shoot.
yeah, tell that to the arthritis in my hand. It's probably sitting here
No.
going, why would you do this? Stretch my
Take
gears.
care of your hand.
Yeah, no one told me that when I was in high school where I did the damage.
Ooh.
Didn't
Dang.
You
know
at least
that.
had a brace for your hand.
I have one. It's at my old house. I need to grab it, but I I use Synapse, which are these little like icy hot pads on my hands because it's my tendons that really hurt. But it only hurts if I like don't rest. But I've been pretty good about resting, and I haven't really had to use them for a couple years. For like a year
Yay!
Nice.
now. Like legit, I think I put myself like almost to the hospital for doing this. So like, don't be like me. It's not a good thing. Like, take your breaks, take your time. Honestly, like webcomics don't pay a lot of money. So like, if you're in it for money or fame or like numbers, don't do it.
Yeah, get lost, buddy.
I know
Get the
that's
fuck out.
Balance the
I know
hustle
that's
and the
tough.
resting.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I would like if you want to make money in any art form, I would highly suggest doing anything but comics.
Probably Patreon.
Nothing. Well, not even that. It's like fan art will get you a good following real quick. Comics starting with your
1,000 kids' dreams were crushed that day.
Yeah.
Crushed today.
Sorry. Like, comics are hard. You have to be persevere through it. Don't look at numbers because it's real slow going, but it all snowballs.
Yeah.
So like your first 50 will double in half the time it took to get that 50, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, that brings up a good question. Like, what do you think is like the most common pitfalls people kind of fall into when they're coming up with like a project for a comic? Things like that.
Not actually liking the comic. Like not actually liking what you're doing. How to explain it? Not liking what you're doing and not leaving enough room for yourself to change course. So like my comic has changed course like 3 times from what it was originally going to be, and I think a lot of the people who stop doing their comic and keeping it up, it's because they stopped liking what they were writing, and it's long term. And you're not going to be the same person when you started, say, a year from now, kind of thing. So your outlooks might change, and not letting your comic change with that is going to make it a lot harder. Or like writing in general. Also, like art style wise, if you stop, like, I changed art styles a lot in it. But if you don't like the way you're drawing and you're going to keep yourself drawing that same way, you're going to end up not liking your comic. Making a schedule that you can handle is another big one, because if you start feeling overwhelmed, you're not going to continue. Find out what motivates you. Like, is it the rush of people liking your comic, or is it the rush of getting it done, kind of thing? Finding out what does that and what makes you scared to draw also super helps. There's that, and then there's also a lot of seeing it more as a job, I guess, than a hobby also helps. That's the best way I can put it. It's like separating it, I guess, from everything.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's very good. Very good food for thought, honestly.
For
Guys.
sure.
If I'm calling anyone out, I'm so sorry.
Guys, I'm giving up on series.
Nah, sometimes people need to hear this stuff, especially if they're listening to this podcast. Yeah, you got it, you maggots, you listeners, you got it. This is how you do it.
I just want to also say it's okay to restart.
Aye.
Like, it's really okay to quit and restart something if you're not enjoying it.
Yes.
It's really okay. I restarted my comic twice. It's okay. You can do it. And if you don't like what you're writing and it's not what you feel, it's okay. It's okay to quit. You don't.
My problem, honestly, is starting.
Well, yeah, that's also a big one. I really can't help you on that. I tend to start things and never finish things. I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
No, I have 10.
I am hopeless.
No.
Hi, hopeless.
Nah.
Hi, hopeless. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Sorry for what?
Everything.
Wow, the dad jokes are flying.
Yes.
It's okay, sorry, you're good.
Yeah.
Wait, do you mean like sorry the person, or do you mean like sorry like you're feeling bad and then you're like you're good?
All of it? All of it. Yes?
Spooks.
Yes.
What was I gonna say?
Don't worry, Togo. If you put one of Sari's stickers on your heart, it would not get hurt anymore.
You feel
I
no
have
pain.
one that is shaped like a ghost, and it says "I love you," and it's like a heart ghost. It's great.
Ooh.
I have little tiny ghosts.
There you go, Togo. You got a new heart. It doesn't give you blood, but it gives you invincibility.
Yeah, you can take all. You never get scratched.
Yes.
But you won't get oxygen into your body.
It's overrated.
Yeah. Who needs it?
Now, as a comic lover, as you are, you fucking love it. Obviously, is there any you hate? Like, actually, do you hate anything in general? What do you hate?
Oh yeah, no, a lot.
Yes, let's go.
I mean, what?
Let's go.
Oh, this is the part of the podcast where Gum cries.
No, I don't know how to explain it. It's not that I hate. How do I say this tactfully? I hate people who have nothing to do but bring down others, especially when it comes to art. Like, like I'm really hard to anger. But nothing will make me more angry when you have someone tell someone they can't do a thing. Or worse, when you see those comments at people trashing their own art, even though they spent so much time on it, absolutely will go off on people. I am that aggressively positive person when it comes to art, and I will fight anyone.
Yeah.
I'll even fight yourself if you say it's bad.
I feel that on a spiritual level.
Like, back in the Amino days, I used to do that all the time. I guess the other thing I hate is, it's gonna sound bad because I know mostly kids do it, but I absolutely hate it because I have a mentor that I was doing a mentoring program for storyboard art, and that's a whole other thing. But it happened a lot for there because the word got out that I can animate, and I knew how to animate. So the animation students in this program kept coming at me because I was one of the student leaders things that was going on. They would ask me and DM me multiple times a day to teach them how to animate or help them with a project. And I remember one time that I'm like literally going down to LA at a time, and this guy very angrily was saying because I was a student leader, I had the obligation to help this kid learn how to animate in Harmony, and I'm like, I can't help you. I don't even use Toon Boom. And like, I was trying to explain it, and it's like, I don't even know who you are. I hate that. And I hate people who come at me and DM me aggressively to teach them art. Don't do that. That's the worst. That's almost on the levels of people complaining about your art on DMing when you say that you won't do their commission or art. It's that level of just anger. I am just those things. Can't help it. I also really hate missed opportunities when people don't believe that they can do a thing. And I'm really trying to think of another thing I hate, and honestly, I don't know, avocados are really bad.
Avocado.
Yeah.
You just offended so many people, but I don't blame you because I don't like avocados either.
Okay, and I'm gonna
so.
take that personally.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. We got cake yelled at.
You know what I hate?
Me?
No, I adore you. I
What?
hate, and I mean
Me.
this by the bottom of my dead, cold heart. I hate when I first. You know what I hate so much? I hate, and I'm gonna say it right now. I hate, and I absolutely detest. I wanted to talk about it in a little bit in the first half of the episode, but I hate on Webtoon.
Did you guys get that?
When this
Did you guys
was
get
on
that? That he
Webtoons,
really hates it.
I don't know if it's on
needs to say
Webtoons
it a
now,
couple more
but
times.
I hated it. I was distraught. I saw these were the standards of Webtoons at the time. The most grossing comic I saw was My Yandere Neko Girlfriend. That's what I hate. That is what I hate.
I never read
Oh.
that. I didn't even see it.
It
in
is some
March
guy's
Trailer.
fantasy of having a Neko, a cat girl Yandere
Yeah.
girlfriend, and that is it. I said, hey. All
There's
right.
comics I don't like. I'm about to say there's comics I don't like. I don't think there's anything that I hate. I get disappointed. Like, what was it? Freaky romance or freaking romance. Like, this might be a hot take for people, but like, I fell off that real quick. Like, it was really good, and then it just in the middle of it, just like, oh, this ain't for me. I was hoping he was a ghost, but that's just me.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Was
That wasn't it.
Was it because of the what's it called, the cliches, or is
It
it
was the
for
cliches,
different?
100%.
Okay, I don't blame you then.
sticking to it.
Yep.
Like you knew exactly what I meant. It was the cliches.
Yep.
It hit it. And like normally some cliches I'm
Yup.
fine with, but when I was like, I know exactly what this person's going to do,
Yep.
and it was hitting beat by beat what I thought, and I was like, I can't. I see where this is going, and it's not my story. It's not what I want.
Yep. Yep.
I never got into. There was another one, Lore Olympus, because of that. Lore Olympus, I didn't care for very much either. There was a couple of them that I just, and I'm only saying this in that they're just not my stories, and they're other people's stories, and they can enjoy it, and I wholeheartedly believe them to. They believe that they should be able to enjoy these stories. They're just not for me. I
You
really,
believed us so much so you made your own stories.
Yeah. That was why I tell stories. Is there's
Big
no
brain
story
move.
like mine. It's really hard to try to get people to read it because
Bring justice to horror genres. Bring justice.
Yeah.
yeah. I have a supernatural horror, so like I feel that.
Oh, if you're kind of into horror, have you read Nana's List?
Yes, sorry. Yes, I have.
Oh, it's so hard to find somebody who's read it.
I haven't finished it. I started. I go through comics like I'm bad. I like binging. So like I'll binge the comic and then like there'll be no more episodes, so like in a year I'll get back to it kind of thing.
I feel you on that.
Yeah, I did that one and I left Rise to Ashes like that, and right now I'm regretting it. Now I'm stuck behind the every once a day paywall for that, and I'm like, here we go again. Lona's Curse is gonna be like one like that. They haven't updated, but it's gonna be a while. But yeah, no, I'm really bad at I need to binge.
Yeah. What kind of horror is like your favorite kind of horror?
I mean, supernatural horror for the most part. I really like supernatural horror, or monsters in general are really great. Psychological is really cool. Don't mind thrillers. Thrillers are pretty neat. I don't like slashers. I really don't like slashers. Like, just even in movies, can't do it. Like Saw, you'll never get me to watch that. It's just
Yeah.
I can't do it. It's not even like it scares me. It just bores me. I don't care to see blood. I like it. The anticipation of something creepy. So I really like Japanese horror films. is because there's always a right and wrong way, and either way you're kind of gonna get fucked in the end, but it's how you're gonna get fucked in the end. That's the interesting part.
Yeah. I don't even remember the name that I last saw when it was like this girl with a piano wire, chicken wire or something. And she like cut up this guy's leg off of him.
Yeah. I think the last one I read was Hansel and Gretel. And not what you think. It was a guy who got in a car crash and found the house. And it went real creepy real fast. And if it was not on Webtoons, I think it was on Taps. I might be wrong. What's the other one? I don't know. Oh, another comic that just ended that's really good if you guys want a quick read. What is it? The Problem with Summoning Demons is really good if you guys want to. It's really funny. But like in a
God darn it. Why there always gonna be problems when you summon demons?
It's really good. That one is the most that I get to try to get people to read it. It's like if you like my character and my comic Todd, and if you like the character Oliver, and you smush them together as the main character, and you'll like it. And like, and it's a grand old time. What other comic am I reading? I am reading a bunch. I'll have to look on this.
You're reading everything at this point, sorry.
I read mostly Canvas comics, especially like if you give me someone's comic. Like if you say you give me your comic, I tend to read them. It just takes me a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got like the whole
Sheer
freaking.
Moon I started.
You got the whole discovery or Canvas section in your backyard.
I was reading Blood Circus, The Monster's Bride. I was reading Blackfire, who is like the creator is absolutely a doll. If you ever want to talk to her, I can try to maybe get that. I don't know.
No.
Nevermore is really good. Clawshot I just started.
These fancy people you're talking about are season 3 material. We're season 1 guys right now.
Miss Walters is a very underrated, and same with Mythic Mayhem.
Alright.
Tales from a Tombstone. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was reading like this past week.
What was I gonna say?
I don't know, Gum. What were you gonna say?
I don't know. Sorry.
Nice.
Yeah.
You have. I thought you written this down.
I have. I always. I always ask these.
All the
questions.
view to assume.
I always ask these questions.
Look, everyone's gonna get mad at me. They're like, "Why was she bullying Gum so hard?"
No, I'm the one that's always.
No, it's actually expected. Half our audience will get mad if you don't.
Oh, good.
I think.
Yeah.
I think almost all all interviews.
I'm just gonna get canceled just for bullying poor Gum.
We've been canceled since episode 1.
It's okay.
Honestly, though.
Those are right.
We've made it this far.
My mom's looking at me.
No.
So we've been talking about comics. We're talking about this and that, all that shit. But guys, we're missing the big picture. What is Sari's webtoon about? Spook. I don't know how many times I tell the audience. Audience, Sari has a webcomic and it's called Spook. It's popular. It's the most popular webtoon on Canvas.
Yes.
Sorry, do you want
It's
to talk about
absolutely
it
the best.
to the people?
It's the most popular comic no one's ever heard of.
Exactly.
Yes.
What's it about?
It's so popular. I want to tell you guys just right before that. It's so popular. I went to click on chapter 1, and it told me, notice, this series contains adult themes and situations. It's recommended for mature audiences. Viewers' discretion is advised. That's how you know it's going to be good. When you hear the word viewer discretion is advised, you know it's going to be.
It's not for kids.
Kingsley, we're trying to trick the kids into reading this, dumbass.
Aw, damn it.
Oh no.
Well,
kids,
that's
There's a
going
lot
to
of
make the
blood
I guess I
and
can't
gore
read.
And demons. Also a really cute ghost boy. And really cute not ghost boy. Also a really cute witch girl.
Ooh.
So if you're into anything, it's there. It's very pro LGBT. If you like supernatural, look, if you're into a talking, drink alcoholic skeleton that speaks French, you got it. He's there. His name's Norman. He's great. He has a ghost dog. He has two dogs, but the ghost dog is mostly there.
But he doesn't have a liver.
Yeah, lets him drink more.
But if you're
He
dead,
also
you can't
smokes
get...
a lot.
Nice.
But if you got no brain, right? You can't process the drunkenness.
You want to tell him that he has no brains, he will chop your head off.
Okay, fine. What is it? What is it?
See.
What is the general information about it, though? What is the what is the sauce? The big sauce.
What is the sauce? I'm gonna read the synopsis because I'm lazy to try to come up with something better. Supernatural. It is a supernatural horror with a bit of romance. It follows mood, right? It follows the life or unlife of. Get out of here, I don't need you here. Sorry, I got DM'd by a friend who was like, I got chicken and sent me a picture of their chicken. My bad. It's like,
I want chicken.
So good.
No, like a pet chicken.
Oh. Well, I want your pet chicken now.
Right? She got some of those black chickens.
That's good.
Her neighbor,
nice.
had black chicken had chicks, and so she got a couple of them. Anyway, Charlie is a girl who has the capabilities to interact and see ghosts for unknown reasons. She quickly befriends a ghost boy that's randomly haunting her. It's like, oh god, I'm so bad at explaining my own comic. It's good, but it's like, it's so far out that I'm trying not to give spoilers. Let me start over. I'm so sorry, guys. Me finding spook. I can just give you the
No, I took a shot of your actual comic.
God. Yeah. Oh no, there's some gems of a face in it. It's real good. Charlie is snarky as hell, and I love her for it. And then you have Griffin, who is the ghost, who's like pulled from like 1920s film noir type movies, basically, but he's just a ghost that he's been there since like the 1930s. And then you have Todd, who's a little necromancer, who's, as much as I love him, he's the stupidest thing. That is extremely loud. Okay, excellent.
That's okay.
Very cool.
Yeah. Then you have Norman, who is a talking skeleton, who's a Reaper of Grim, not the Grim Reaper, because that is Lorelei, who is death.
I just saw his face reveal panel.
Yeah.
He's
good. I like him.
Kingsley, stop spoiling it.
You can spoil it all you want, man. No one's gonna stop you. In fact, I encourage you.
I will get angry.
I mean, that's how we entice people into the story, though. They'll be like, oh, how does the face look like? Now I gotta read it to find out.
Yeah, you can't know what the face looks like until you read it, huh? Right.
Exactly. So, there it goes.
Show more art, because I love him so much.
I'm banning you all.
Oh, why? This isn't even a spoiler. This is just...
He moves.
Yeah.
I just saw him move.
Yeah, he moves. He do move. Let's see. Art. So, like, there's that. And then I can show you Griffin, if I can find a picture of Griffin. Should be able to. I have so many pictures. I say this and I can't find one.
Audience, for those who don't understand, Sari is showing us very graphic images we cannot share to the public.
Podcast. What am I doing?
They're not graphic. They're freaking cool.
All of these things,
very confidential.
all of these things would be found on my Instagram, my Twitter, my TikTok. It's everywhere. I am not showing anything that is not available to the public. So, You may look as you please.
Y'all should follow her for more cool content.
Exactly.
By the
I do draw a lot, and I also push a lot of other people's comics, like, constantly. I love that.
Yeah, so you say so you have an Instagram, right? Where can people find you?
SariSpooks at Instagram, SariSpooks on Twitter, SariSpooks on TikTok.
In case
Sorry, the spooks.
Yeah, in case anyone doesn't see past the puns we've been saying all podcasts, it's SARI. Just so you know.
Yeah, it's to be there. Here is a picture of Griffin. He big eye blue boy.
Yes.
That's Halloween. And then you have that was probably, where's the Charlie? Here is the here is the cover of it. You can take these arts if you want. I have no worries on that. But yeah, no, if you like supernatural kind of mystery comics, you would like this. Also, if you like extremely how to explain it, the main character will not hesitate to cuss someone out if that is what you're into. She's a little bit of a ball of fury, a very short ball of fury, and I love it. And then you have Todd, who summons a demon named Cole. He's also big. You know, honestly, that's the inciting incident. Should have mentioned that. Did I? No. He's a interesting dude. See if I can find a good picture of Todd. Here's one. That's a good one. Why do I keep hitting enter? That's not even showing you guys. That's Todd. He does. Oh, there's Anubis in my comic. Like,
Anubis?
Anubis, like
Anubis?
actual.
Oh.
Anubis. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's legit in this comic, and he's a good boy.
Roof.
He is a good boy.
Roof.
There's a lot of gods.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
I don't.
if Spook ever ends, do you have anything else to go after that?
Yes, I'm actually working on right now a mini comic.
Up.
I'm working on a comic that is called Alignment, which is I'm working on that with a writer.
Fastest yes in the West.
Yeah, right? I'm working on a comic called Alignment. It should be finished by probably next summer. I'm hoping to start updating it again in December.
Jesus
I wanted to draw it out
Christ.
before I wanted to have it all drawn out and everything done because I didn't want to have to go that on hiatus because Spook took priority. But that one is about actually it's up. The first chapter is up on Webtoons. So I have 2 Webtoons.
Yeah.
Poor Alignment. It's a little bit of the stepchild. After being bound by a magical gauntlet, Malcolm the Malice has been stripped of his warlock powers. Sort of on his quest to kill the clerics that cursed him and reclaim what was lost. Alongside Malcolm along the way, Malcolm is forced to work with the cheerful bard Melody, a scatterbrain barbarian, Morok, and hopes to find his way back to the kingdom, facing the cleric, get his powers back, and starts to rule the world. And I will send that link. This one has only 1 chapter. It's real short. There should be 5 chapters. I'm just not quite done with it. The art is very different from Spook. So
Sorry doesn't have
if you
too
see
much
it-
comics. They have too many. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pop.
I have too many because I also have. Because right after Spook, I'm gonna work on Melrose,
Oh
and
my
then I
god.
have
Okay.
and then I have another one called
We-
Fucking Pop on the way.
We
I have
get
goals,
it.
guys.
You're a genius. We got
Yo,
it.
she on that grind.
That's a big
Man, you love to see that. You
It's an
love to see
overwhelming.
it, though.
It's an overwhelming grind.
That's
not
why
to-
like,
just
I'm
to tell
enjoying
you.
that.
Not to you, but to me. Like, holy shit, I'm barely.
Yeah.
you,
I wish
you're
I had
feeling
that
called
power.
out, huh?
we were bullying Gum in the back room here, and we're like, Gum has us interview a professional. Gets surprised that they are a professional.
I get that. I get that. It's
Surprise to
so
pick Haku.
Yeah, I get that. I feel that. I also have like another comic that's gonna come out soon, but that one's gonna be probably print. I'm wanting it to be print.
You know what? When it's out, we'll get you back on the show as like a reunion tour.
I hope that one's.
Do you? We're getting near the end of the podcast, though. Do you
Okay,
see
God,
art
what?
as a career?
It is my career.
It is your. Well, I can.
I
Obviously.
make a living off
I
of
know.
There
it.
you go.
It's my
I ask these
career.
questions. To
Hell
everybody,
yeah.
but,
Sweet.
by the way,
Oh,
you're.
that's fine. I was just
by the
like,
w-
this-
Yeah, by the way you're grinding, it's. I can really see it.
I was like, you really need to ask that.
I asked. Now I must ask my final question. What are your what words of wisdom do you want to give to those aspiring artists out there?
God, don't follow in any artist's footsteps because it'll never work out for you. Like, that person's path will never work out for you. Because there's so many, trying to be someone that already exists kind of will never work. So do what you want. If you're just starting out, don't worry about trying to be good, if that makes sense. Worry about making something you like. Like, learn how to enjoy drawing first before you learn anatomy. That helps a lot and will help you get there, because if you're gonna be doing it a lot, and if you don't like drawing, why are you drawing? Have fun. I don't know. I'm bad at it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. You're a good kid.
Nah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
You guys love picking Sari's brains. I'm out of the questions. If you guys want to eat their brains a little bit more, by all means.
Okay.
If I haven't.
Okay.
I mean, what?
All right. So obviously the question is, what does your brain taste like? We gotta know before we dine it.
It's probably
You
tastes
know?
like lemons. I have a problem and I eat a lot of lemons.
Oh, lemon head.
Hell yeah, lemon.
That's interesting.
That is so quirky, not like the other interviewers.
Yeah.
I mean, I ate a lemon right before getting on, so like, it's an honest answer.
If it makes you feel better, my best friend's a lemon addict, and he gets lemon bread too, and he has me eat it with him.
That's delicious. I have like the best recipe for lemon brownies.
Oh,
10 out of 10.
I didn't even know that existed. My mind has
real?
been
I
expanded.
will
Good.
I'll send it when we're done.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Keep brownies away from Kingly.
I do all the brownies. I guess they're
Oh no!
blondies.
Oh no! You were gonna bring
You
this
know
up,
what you
aren't we?
did.
I do. I'm a little chaos demon. You guys just don't know it yet.
Jet, you have any
Anymore.
questions for our little girl? Sorry.
Yes, I do. So, way earlier, you mentioned that you were working on 3 comics at the same time at some point in your life. And I'm curious to know, what was the schedule? Like, how did you fit that in your day, working all 3?
Okay. So, how do you say it? I was working on 3 comics The first, or I should say, let me correct this. When I say 3 comics, I was working on 2 comics and heading a animation project, which was storyboarding. So it was basically a comic. What was my schedule was pain.
It was pain.
I imagine so, but I'm curious to know how.
How I did it was I split my days up. What happened would be the first day. I also want to point out Spook was updating twice a week during that, but honestly, it was the same amount. It was just me splitting the updates itself to twice a week because I was trying to see if that would get me get me any ad revenue because Webtoons is atrocious. With that, and it worked, but that was it. That was not worth it. But so like I would spend 2 days on one comic, 2 days on another comic, and then 2 days on the last, and whichever one wasn't finished, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I would work on and finish them, which most of the time was all of them. It also helped that one of the comics I was doing was all black and white and already pre-written out. Like I had it written out before I started doing it, like with keynotes and stuff, because it was a collaboration with another comic creator, the Evil Nay, who makes the Fantasy Book Club. Like you can see that comic if you look in October's. It's underneath all of our both of our updates for October. If you're interested, that I was working on Spook, and then the other one was a mouse project that's not out yet because we're not done with it. It's right now being colored, and I'm not doing the coloring. I just did the key animation and storyboards. I sent it to our because it was a short film for a short film project that I don't know what to say other than it's not done. It's kind of in the we're cleaning it up kind of movement. We're hoping to release it in December for a film project. Me and the team that was of 10 that's working on it. And then I was working on doing Inktober for my Agatha Nicholas Strife and Agatha Agatha Noir and Nicholas Strife. Sorry. That one is going to be kind of like if Calvin and Hobbes meets Addams Family. And yeah. It's like I don't have any of those up, do I? Yep, let's see if I can show you some of that art, because that art's really nice.
Sweet.
Oh, nice. I can show you. Boop. That's this project. I want to make a picture book of all of these 2 characters, and maybe a couple of shorts.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. And it's all done in ink, so...
Damn.
But,
where would our viewers be able to see this?
When people can see it, they can, like, again, all of this stuff is on my Instagram. If you want to just take the files for when you do the podcast and ask, and I can, like, give you as much art as you want.
You will give me all your art.
Go for it.
You guys heard her. Go over to Instagram right now
Before
and
I take
click
it.
on that follow button.
I will send the link so like you can put it in the description.
On it.
Kingly,
Excellent.
do you have any questions?
Actually, yeah, pretty good one. Say there's like somebody who's like been planning out like a comic for a while. What do you think would be the best way to like just kind of get out of that stump of over planning?
Stump of over planning is a real deal. Doing a test, like just going and biting the bullet and like drawing out, or at least like sketching out as clearly as possible your first chapter, or not even first chapter, like your first, because like a lot of people that like maybe your first scene, and just start posting that, and like nothing, like don't post it, don't say it's a comic, just post it and see how it works, and if you enjoy it, it tends to get out. How I got me out of out of the limbo of over planning tends to be deadlines. and it tends to be deadlines I get my friends to impose on me. And, like, deadlines help a lot. Like, you don't even know, man. Deadlines are great. They're worse, but they're great.
They're
They're
good advice.
they're your best frenemy.
They're my best frenemy. I'm sorry, Gum. Deadlines took your place.
That's okay. Maybe I can be your real friend now. Aww.
You can be my real friend.
Aww.
No.
Studio audience,
say
come on.
Ah,
Waiting. It's not doing anything.
Aww.
Just
Yeah, do it now,
Bring it in.
audience.
Bring
Or
it
it
in,
will
girl.
hurt you.
Here, we're hugging now.
Are we? Oh, okay. Pat.
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 Togito, do you have any questions for Sari? Because I know you like Sari a lot. I know you're a big fan of their webtoon. Do you have any questions?
I was murdered in cold blood.
That's not a question. That's a.
That's a statement
You and
of a
Griffin
crime.
We get along great. It's like those chapters will make you cry.
I will think of what I've learned today.
I'll take that as a.
Sorry I called you out so much. I really didn't mean to.
Well.
You
There's
top.
someone screaming in the background. Stop it! They're already dead.
Well, it was great having you, Sari.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
Very
Sorry, I'm so
wonderful.
rambly.
Yup.
Very famous person. This is the part of the show where we say goodnight to the studio audience and they start clapping.
I feel enlightened.
Alright.
Good morrow?
We'll be right back. Why are you using that? We're not gonna be right back. This is the end. This is the
Wrong song.
Togo.
We're having technical difficulties over here. Oh my goodness.
Shake my head. Good night,
Don't worry.
everybody. See you
Good
tomorrow.
night.
Good night.
See you next week.
Bye.
Sleep well. Get your
Bye
rest.
bye.
Love the JoJo episode. Bye.
Togo, I didn't want to tell you this, but
Bye.
to be continued, Lucas DS made.